So now you know. That's the story of the man who shot Liberty Valance. Gene Pitney with another TIX oldie 45. Attention, Beatles fans. Here is the name of another WTIX Beatle concert ticket finalist. Okay, this time it turns out to be Rhonda Rolfe, R-O-L-F-S, Rhonda Rolfes, I guess, 3525 Gentilly Boulevard. Rhonda, we'd like to hear from you right now. Listen carefully. If your name was just announced as a WTIX Beatles concert ticket finalist, you have 69 seconds to call WTIX at 525-4063 and qualify for a chance to win a ticket to the Beatles concert September 16th. If you call within 69 seconds and qualify, then be sure to be listening this Saturday afternoon starting at 2 on the Dan Diamond Show for your name to be drawn as a winner of a ticket to the Beatles concert September 16th.
What happens when Mother wakes up with a headache? Listen.
Mom, my lunchbox ready yet?
In a minute.
Baby knocked down a plate.
Oh, not again.
Honey, can you sew a button on my shirt?
Richard, please. I only have 2 hands.
The big difference in Anison makes a big difference in the way you feel.
Morning now, 12 minutes after 10 at WTIX. 85 degrees already this morning in downtown New Orleans. WTIX, where everybody's a winner on that name dropper game and lots of $69 winners, in particular Hilda Alert, also Bernice Lyman, Jean Ann Black, add to that the names of Alice Bursey and Carol Norris, $69 winners each, playing that name dropper game right here on WTIX.
Stand by New Orleans, WTIX 690, now presents the big hit.
This week the Cascades have it. It's called I Dare You to Try. Okay, 16 after 10 at WTIX. Don't forget at 12 noon today at the Gene Phillips Show from Tiger Radio in New Orleans, WTIX.
Come on, join in, it's fun, it's free, take the beat of it on WTIX.
Right now, we turn the music on New Orleans' own Dixie Cups, and people say,
don't you ever leave me sad and blue. I don't care what the people say. Oh, sad.
Nobody cares what those old people say. The Dixie Cup, New Orleans' own, at 19 minutes after 10 from WTIX, and a past pick hit of the week makes good on WTIX.
Stay where you have more fun. WTIX 690.
Yes, sir, boy. Lots more fun on WTIX and always something new. The winners of WTIX's Something New contest will be made known this afternoon on the Dan Diamond Show. Be sure to join Dan at 3 and listen for the names of 14 winners of the Beatle album Something New and a copy of the book Love Letters to the Beatles, and the name of that certain someone who will not only get the album and the book, but will also win a ticket to the Beatle concert September 16th. Compliments of WTIX. Ah, boy, speaking of tickets to that Beatle concert, tomorrow morning at 6 on the David Nebel Show from our daily dividend jackpot, a cash amount of $324.69. You win it, buy a lot of tickets to that concert.
With rich red ripe Del Monte tomato sauce.
Good morning to you at 21 after 10 from WTIX, and a big welcome going out to Roy Hamilton.
Hear that whistle is still apart. Don't let go. Just hold me tight. Don't let go. Hold me tight. Don't let go.
That's Don't Let Go, another TIX oldie 45. Roy Hamilton has it on this morning Skip Wilkerson Show. That showtime at 24 minutes after 10. Attention, Beatle fans. Here is the name of another WTIX Beatle concert ticket finalist. Okay, this time it's Ruth Albers, A-L-B-E-R-S. Ruth Albers out at 6504 Blank Street in Metairie. Give us a call, Ruth. Listen carefully. If your name was just announced as a WTIX Beatles concert ticket finalist, you have 69 seconds to call WTIX at 525-4063 and qualify for a chance to win a ticket to the Beatles concert September 16th. If you call within 69 seconds and qualify, then be sure to be listening this Saturday afternoon starting at 2 on the Dan Diamond Show for your name to be drawn as a winner of a ticket to the Beatles concert September 16th.
The Fat Black Pussycat. This is the story that asks the question, how did a little four-legged cat from the wrong side of the track penetrate the lives of 5 wanton women? His 9 lives were not enough for these wanton women, whose sheer animal desires violated every law of mankind. Is there any reason on earth why you shouldn't see the Fat Black Pussycat?
First New Orleans showing of the Fat Black Pussycat starts Thursday at the Algiers Do and Skyview Drive-Ins and the Claiborne, Dreamland, and Gallo Theaters. 26 after 10 from WTIX. Partly cloudy this morning. 85 degrees in New Orleans. Isolated, mostly afternoon thunder showers. That weather word from WTIX. Now the Ray Charles singers. This is All Day Long. Aldi Law back again in a big way from WTIX's exclusive sing-along survey at 28 minutes after 10 on this morning's Skip Wilkerson Show, Wednesday, August 5th. And we've got things happening around till 12 noon. Then, of course, the Gene Phillips Show at that time.
The home of the most happy fellas.
WTIX, New Orleans.
Tiger Radio. Get real action. 7-Up your thirst away.
Do yourself a favor. Pick your favorite ice cream flavor. Enjoy a sparkling, cool 7-Up float.
Get real action. 7-Up. 7-Up. 7-Up your thirst away. WTIX. WTIX is exciting. Presents.
Hello, this is Louise Harrison Caldwell, reporting exclusively for WTIX. I expect many of you heard about the Beatles fans in San Francisco getting a full-scale campaign going during the Republican convention to nominate Ringo for president. It was all a lot of fun, and I was sent some news clippings about it. They had campaign signs saying, if it's ex-movie star George Murphy for senator, then new movie star Ringo for president. And hit bingo, vote for Ringo. And Ringo speaks our lingo. I expect all the fans involved had a lot of fun and an insight into some of the nonsense we stuffy old adults get up to at election time. I sent these clippings on to Ringo's mum. I'm sure she will get a tremendous kick out of having her only son put forward for President of the United States, even though his campaigners are all too young to vote. This is Louise inviting you to tune in WTIX Monday through Friday at the same time for more reports about the Beatles. Cheerio.
Listen for exclusive WTIX Beatle reports Monday through Friday at 5:30, 7:30, and 10:30 a.m. and at 1:30, 4:30, 7:30, and 10:30 p.m. on Tiger Radio. Yes, we have the Republican Party symbolized by the elephant, and we have the Democratic Party symbolized by the donkey, and we can soon have the Ringo Party symbolized by the Beatles.
WTIX is my
Number 7. Hard Day's Night, the whole story there from our boys from England Way. The Beatles at 27 till 11 on WTIX, and this week there it is. Hitliner 7.
Oh yeah, tell you something. I wanna hold your hand and hear the Beatles on WTIX New Orleans.
Now you stick right here. We'll have more of them along the way later.
Hey guys, get wise. Dan Diamond here with great news about a great new contest. But first, these words to the wise for you guys.
If your complexion keeps you from having a ball, I help get things cleared up once and for all with tackle. I said tackle. Help helps to clear up your complexion, so gals will give you the eye. Enjoy the fun that you've been missing.
The makers of Tackle Clear Gel for Men would like you to have a free gift. Right now, send a label or reasonable facsimile of a Tackle label with your name, address, and phone number on the back to Tackle, WTIX, New Orleans. From the entries received, one will be drawn and awarded a beautiful Man 17 Jewel Hellbros wristwatch. All entries must be postmarked by midnight, Sunday, August 9. Send your entry now to Tackle, WTIX, New Orleans.
Thank you, Dan. He'll be along at 3 this afternoon announcing the winners of that Something New contest. Following the car ahead too closely usually won't kill you, but a rear-end collision would hit you hard in the pocketbook. The National Safety Council and WTIX recommend that you leave an interval of at least one car length for every 10 miles of speed between you and the car in front. Tailgaters are accident makers. Hello there, 25 till 11 from WTIX, along with a very hot 85 degrees right now in the Crescent City, and the humidity makes it even worse, 88% right now.
In the Crescent City, where big things happen, Community Billboard keeps you in the know.
Well, hear about the blessing of the Shrimp Fleet at Wykoski, Sunday, August the 9th, 2:30 in the afternoon. The festivities will be followed by a dance at 7:30 Sunday night in Wykoski. Also, a red-hot rummage sale going on today, right now, until 2 this afternoon at St. George's Episcopal Church, 4600 St. Charles Avenue. And a horse show coming up starting at 12 noon on Sunday, August the 9th at the Araby Ranch right across from the drive-in movie. 13 events, 5 trophies, 5 ribbons. Be sure you go out and join the fun. Sunday for that horse show at the Araby Ranch. Community Billboard, a public service of
WTIX, New Orleans.
24 minutes till 11. More music from Chuck Willis. Chuck Willis brings us a big hit of the past, a TIX Oldie 45, and C.C. Ryder on WTIX's Skip Wilkerson show at 21 till 11.
WTIX, New Orleans, it's fun listening.
I am a can of Ammons medicated powder. I am not a namby-pamby baby powder. I'm medicated.
Ammons. Thank you very much, sir. 21 till 11 at WTIX, on the air at 12 noon today. The Gene Phillips Show, 3 hours of fun and music.
The station with the happy difference.
Today's extra fast pace creates special nutritional needs for active adults.
Good morning. How do you do, and how do you do it? Jerry and his pacemakers down from WTIX in New Orleans.
When I do it to you.
How do you do it? Coming up 17 minutes till 11 on WTIX. Another giant-size entry there on that sing-along survey from Jerry and the pacemakers.
Thanks for tuning our way. Hope you have a wonderful day. This is number 1, WTIX, New Orleans.
What is the fat black pussycat?
Thank you, Top Cat. 16 till 11 at WTIX. 85 degrees this morning. Partly cloudy through tomorrow. The official forecast, along with isolated, mostly afternoon thunder showers. The monsoon season upon us. 97 degrees today is forecast high. Everybody into the pool! Now, win a swimming pool from WTIX. Yes, beat the heat with a full-size family swimming pool right in your own backyard. To win it, tell us on our postcard the exact number of gallons of water the pool will contain when full to the top.
The pool is exactly 18 feet in diameter, 3.5 feet deep, and weighs 185 pounds.
Send your guess now to Fun in the Sun, WTIX, New Orleans.
Tell us the exact number of gallons of water the pool will contain when Bull to the top.
Of all the correct entries received, one will be drawn Tuesday afternoon, August 11th on the Gene Phillips Show, and will win the pool. So send your guess now to Fun in the Sun, WTIX, New Orleans.
Contest closes at midnight Friday, August 7th.
Yes, and you can build your own boardwalk out to the pool if you win it. Like the Drifters, who at the present time are right under that boardwalk. Another hit from the Sing-Along Survey.
Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof.
Under that boardwalk again with the Drifters on WTIX, moving up big on the Sing-Along Survey. On the back this week, of course, the lyrics to Wishin' and a Hopin' by Dusty Springfield as we go 12 minutes away now from 11.
Howdy, partner. I'm the little old WTIX name dropper, all set to give you the opportunity to win up to $69 in WTIX cash. Pay close attention now, cause this here WTIX All-American Good Guy is gonna tell you the names that can play and the telephone number to call.
Okay, let's try for another big money winner here on this morning's Skip Wilkerson Show. Tell you what we want to know now. We want to call from either a boy named Edward or a girl named Ellen. If your first name is Edward or Ellen, call us right now on 949-2551. Play our name dropper game. Be sure that your first name is either Edward or Ellen.
You love government guns.
Okay, we're all set to play our name dropper game. We ask for an Edward or an Ellen. We have an Ellen on the line who lives out at 161 Yvonne Drive in West Wego. Okay, Ellen, you know, of course, that you've won that All-American Good Guy sweatshirt simply for being the first one to call. Do you want to keep that shirt in stock? You want to try for some money, like $69 cash?
I'll try for the money.
Okay, that's the way we like to hear you talk around here. We had lots of $69 winners, and maybe you'll be another one here today. Let's get some initials going out here for your middle name. And want to pull two out of that old initial mixer, and let's see what's going to happen here. Ellen, we want to know, first of all, does your middle name start with a B or a K?
No.
Okay, well, we miss out on $6.90, so we go right on here to $69 in WTIX cash. See what's going to happen here. Working on two initials for your last name. So here we go, Ellen. This is what we want to know. Does your last name start with a C or an L?
No, it's an M.
Oh, gee whiz. Well, we're pretty close there with an L, but I tell you what, Ellen, you don't go away empty-handed. We have a hit record for you simply for playing the game with us here on WTIX. You stay on the line, I'll tell you when and where to pick it all up.
Lucky, lucky you. Wow, another winner on
WTIX, and we love you.
WTIX time is 9 before 11. Neil Sedaka, the boy who loves that calendar girl on WTIX, another oldie 45. Here's the Tijuana Brass one more time and that Mexican Shuffle.
WTIX Essential News.
This is the Mighty 690 Priority One Story.
Washington. President Johnson said this morning in a prepared address that the United States has met deliberate aggression with deliberate action against the North Vietnamese. In an address prepared for delivery at Syracuse University, Johnson said aggression unchallenged is aggression unleashed.
This news, a service of OJ's Beauty Lotion, the quick and easy way to beauty.
President Johnson recounted the attacks on U.S. destroyers in the Gulf of Tonkin off North Vietnam and the counteraction he ordered against the hostile ships and shore bases. He said the attacks were deliberate, the attacks were unprovoked, the attacks have been answered. Johnson said the peace requires that the United States and all its friends stand firm against the present government of North Vietnam, which he said is flouting the will of the world. Earlier, Defense Secretary Robert McNamara told reporters that U.S. Navy aircraft made a devastating strike at North Vietnamese PT boats and their shore bases in retaliation for two attacks on American craft in the Tonkin Gulf. McNamara said it is up to the Vietnamese as to whether this will be all that is necessary. The Secretary reported 4 North Vietnamese toppled bases heavily damaged, and an oil depot also was wrecked. 25 PT boats destroyed or damaged. The 64 attack flights from the carriers Ticonderoga and Constellation resulted in 2 American aircraft down by ground fire and 2 damaged. McNamara announced several other moves had been taken to strengthen U.S. forces in the Pacific area. The Secretary added that reconnaissance flights will be carried out later to determine the exact amount of damage to the North Vietnamese. Meanwhile, all leaves have been canceled to all U.S. personnel in South Vietnam. McNamara's summary of U.S. reaction was a swift follow-up to President Johnson's announcement last night that Navy planes had been sent to give what he termed a positive reply to the red attacks. Republican and Democratic Senate leaders have agreed to quick bipartisan Senate approval of a declaration of support of President Johnson's actions in the Southeast Asian crisis. Senate Democratic leader Mike Mansfield and Senate Republican leader Everett Dirksen reached the agreement at a conference in advance of today's Senate session. The United States has now rushed 6 supersonic Air Force jet fighters to Saigon. The South Vietnamese Air Force has been put on alert. Tanks are rumbling toward the key northern base of Da Nang. The swift military buildup was made to meet any attacks from Communist North Vietnam or Red China. The Japanese Kyoto News Service reports that more than 20 American warships stationed at the U.S. Navy base at Yokosuka have left for unknown destinations. The U.S. Navy has refused to confirm that report. And at the request of Soviet Russia, the United Nations Security Council meeting on the Southeast Asia crisis was postponed from 10 o'clock this morning, New Orleans time, until 1 o'clock this afternoon. The United States has requested that session. The United States has also called meetings today of the Permanent NATO Council in Paris and the SEATO Council in Bangkok. The Republican presidential nominee, Senator Barry Goldwater, back in Washington after a vacation in California, has given full support to President Johnson's actions in Vietnam. Said Goldwater, "I believe it is the only thing that we can do under the circumstances."
You are listening to Essential News on WTIX.
Every man alive admires the woman with flawless, perfectly clear skin. Every woman envies her if her own complexion is less perfect. For there is nothing so noticeable as skin imperfections, nothing so pleasing to see, so satisfying to possess as clear skin. That's why OJ's Beauty Lotion is so important to you. Its regular and proper use makes skin clear and keeps it that way. Used early enough, it prevents the problems which often result in skin imperfections. And OJ's Beauty Lotion is as clear as the skin it beautifies. Crystal clear, odorless, and greaseless. A refreshing astringent, a deep-down cleanser. OJ's Beauty Lotion was made to give pleasure and satisfaction through beauty to the women who use it and the men who admire them. It's perfectly clear.
President Johnson's daughter, 17-year-old Lucy Baines, will launch a ship in New Orleans September 5th. She'll spend the day in New Orleans for that ceremony. Miss Johnson will ride with shipyard officials, wives, and families of shipyard workers in a boat trip up the Mississippi to the Avondale shipyard. She'll launch the SS Louise Lex. 3 Negroes, meanwhile, have filed a federal court suit in New Orleans to desegregate lunch counter facilities at all 6 New Orleans area supermarkets operated by Schwegman Brothers. The suit charges that one or more of the Negroes refused service at one or another of the Schwegman stores July 16th, 17th, and 18th. The suit filed by Aretha Castle, the Corps head in New Orleans, Doris Castle, and Avery Alexander. A Birmingham newspaper, The News, says a reward of $30,000 led the FBI to the slain civil rights workers found near Philadelphia, Mississippi. The newspaper said the FBI also was given the names of 7 persons possibly involved in the murders. No arrest had been announced by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is Charlie Ray.
This news, a service of OJ's Beauty Lotion, the quick and easy way to beauty.
For bringing news first, when seconds count, depend always on
Essential News on WTIX.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Now,
the very latest weather information.
Partly cloudy through tomorrow with isolated, mostly afternoon thunder showers. Low temperature tonight, 74. The high today, 97. At this moment, partly cloudy at 85 degrees. It's 11 a.m.
Skip Wilkerson showtime.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round.